Squid Game Season 3. Returning star teases character's deeper arc after limited Season 2 involvement. Squid Game star Ha-joon addresses Jun Ho's limited role in Season 2, with a Season 3 tease that will make up for the issue. Jun Ho was one of the few Squid Game characters who was able to return in Season 2, with the hopes of once again finding his brother Gi-hun, Byung-hun. The detective teamed up with Gi-hun, Jung-jae, to search for the mystery island in an attempt to stop the games once and for all. As a result of Gi-hun re-entering the game, Jun Ho's arc was restricted to his search for the island, causing many viewers to be disappointed at his limited role. While speaking with RadioTimes.com, Y responded to his character's limited involvement in Season 2. While he acknowledged that viewers were disappointed, he defended that he wasn't upset with Jun Ho's reduced role due to the story being longer and bigger. Nevertheless, the star teased that a lot of Jun Ho's stories will be dealt with in depth, and Season 3 will show different aspects of his personality. Read his comment below. I do understand that, from the audience's point of view, it might have been disappointing, but from my perspective, I know this is part of the longer and bigger story, so I wasn't disappointed at all. When the Jun Ho star was asked if his character would try to protect his brother, he avoided saying any plot details. He extended that he would be curious to see how Jun Ho would respond to the situation given recent events between Gi-hun and the front man. Have no clue, because even if you make a determination of what you might do in a hypothetical situation when the situation really arises, then you actually don't know what you will do. I'm curious about what Jun Ho will do if that kind of situation arises. What this new comment means for Jun Ho in Squid Game Season 3. He will have to face a very sticky situation. It's very understandable why many Squid Game viewers were upset with Jun Ho's limited role in Season 2. The character slowly grew to become a fan favorite, particularly as he tried to infiltrate the games behind the scenes as a disguised pink guard in Season 1. It's through his perspective that more details were revealed outside the games, including the VIPs who fund and watch it. Season 1 further revealed that the frontman was his brother, Jun Ho, who was a previous winner and cut all contact with his family. Thus, it seemed that Season 2 would have further explored the tumultuous dynamic between the brothers. Despite a larger screen time in Season 2's first 2 episodes, his role gets reduced once Gi-hun joins the game again. This narrative shift allowed the series to focus on the relationship between Gi-hun and the front man, who tries to sabotage his plans to end the games. Unfortunately, this comes at the cost of Jun Ho's story, which is left with the attempted search and rescue. There was at least one reveal that the captain who saved Jun Ho has also been deceiving him and is likely in the front man's pockets to thwart his mission. However, it makes sense that Jun Ho's role may be elevated in Season 3, with the front man killing Gi-hun's best friend in the Season 2 finale. The protagonist will likely seek revenge against the overseer. If Jun Ho manages to find the island, he will be left with a sticky dilemma, which is to save his brother from Gi-hun's wrath. While there are so many different possibilities for how their stories will end, it's clear that Jun Ho will be integral in the showdown between Gi-hun and the front man. In particular, Jun Ho knew about the front man's identity and failed to disclose this information to Gi-hun. Our take on the Jun Ho tease. At least, we will get a more in-depth story before the show ends. I will admit that I was even disappointed with the lack of Jun Ho in Season 2, and it's no surprise that many people are making this into a joke on social media. However, as I read more about the creative decisions, there was no other approach to handling Jun Ho's arc than to just simply have him search for the island. While that came at an expense, this allowed Season 2 to develop the dynamic between Gi-hun and the front man, to the point where the latter has now become a very discussed character among discords. This narrative choice serves as a good thing because audiences are now invested in the menacing antagonist who had a short screen time in Season 1. This means that tension will be higher for Season 3 when the frontman returns to his duty, while Gi-hun must deal with the consequences of his actions. This only makes me more hyped for Squid Game Season 3, and with this new tease from Y, I will cross my fingers that Jun Ho at least gets some satisfying conclusion before the story ends for good. Plus, I'm curious how he will respond when he learns of his brother's transgressions.